You've built companies, you've led teams, you know how to execute complex plans when everything is on the line. But for some reason, when you get in front of the market, all that discipline just disappears. So let's get right into why that happens and, more importantly, how you can fix it for good. This is the question, isn't it? It's the one that keeps so many high performers up at night. In every other part of your life, you're a rational, process-driven operator. So why is it that in trading, you find yourself breaking your own rules, chasing, and acting on pure impulse? It's beyond frustrating, and it's the exact problem we're going to solve right now. And this gets to the heart of the issue, what we call the operator's dilemma. The very skills that made you a success, your decisive action, your sharp analysis, that relentless drive, they seem to completely backfire in the markets. And you get stuck in these maddening boom and bust cycles, knowing you're capable of so much more. The truth is, you are. You're just fighting the wrong enemy. I mean, does this sound familiar? You sit down before the market opens, your plan is crystal clear, your rules are defined. You tell yourself, okay, today is the day. Today I execute with discipline. But then the market opens, and it's like a switch flips. Something else takes the controls, and at the end of the day, you're looking at your results just wondering, why didn't I do what I knew I was supposed to do? Well, here's why. The battle isn't with the market. It's not about finding a better indicator or the perfect setup. The battle is inside your own head. The problem isn't your strategy. It's your internal operating system. You see, you have two minds, and right now, they're at war. On one side, you have your conscious mind. This is the CEO. It's logical, it analyzes, it creates the plan. But on the other side, you have the subconscious mind. This is the rogue operator. It doesn't care about your plan. It runs on raw emotion, impulse, and deeply ingrained habits. And when the pressure's on, guess who takes over the controls every single time? The rogue operator. And this is the key. The self-sabotage you're experiencing isn't random. It's not bad luck. It is a predictable pattern. Your subconscious is just running old, outdated software, programs and habits that were installed a long, long time ago. It thinks it's helping, but in the unique environment of the market, it's actually destroying your performance. So, how exactly does this sabotage work? Well, think of your subconscious as running on faulty code, like a computer program with a critical bug. And this buggy code was written during highly emotional past experiences, and now it just executes automatically without your permission. Let me give you a classic example. Maybe early in your career, you got lucky. You took way too much risk, broke all your rules on a single trade, and it worked. You got a massive win. In that moment of intense excitement, your subconscious mind instantly wrote a very simple but very powerful line of code. Oversizing equals success. And now, years later, that faulty program runs on autopilot, compelling you to take on too much risk against your own better judgment. And that faulty code shows up as these kinds of beliefs. I mean, just look at this list. Do any of these hit home? A losing day means I'm a failure? If you believe that, you'll never be able to manage risk properly. Missing a trade means I'm a coward. If you believe that, you'll chase bad setups all day long. See, these aren't just passing thoughts. They are the core commands in your programming that are driving your mistakes. So here's the breakthrough. The solution isn't another indicator, another fancy strategy, or more screen time. That's just trying to manage the bug. What you need is to stop fighting the faulty code. You need to uninstall it completely and install a new, clean operating system, one that's actually designed for elite performance in the market. And that is STOA. STOA is not another trading tactic. It's a complete, structured trading operating architecture. Think of it as a systematic framework that's been engineered from the ground up to find that faulty code, overwrite it, and install the mental architecture you need to execute consistently, especially under pressure. This new operating system is built on three fundamental pillars. First, building unshakable conviction, not with hope or feelings, but with hard data. Second, mastering your inner state through radical self-awareness. And third, executing a proven process with systematic, almost machine-like consistency. Let's talk about conviction. Real conviction isn't positive thinking or just hyping yourself up in the mirror. It's the quiet, deep confidence that comes from having done the work, from having rigorously backtested your edge over thousands of instances. This data-driven trust is what allows you to execute flawlessly even during a drawdown, because you know with statistical certainty that the probabilities are on your side. And that leads right into pillar 2, awareness. Because it's simple. You cannot change a program that you don't even know is running. The goal here is to develop such an acute self-awareness that you can actually feel that old, faulty code trying to execute in real time. You can catch the pattern the moment it's triggered, and in that instant, consciously choose to run a new, better program. Now, once you have that data-driven conviction and that real-time awareness of your inner state, everything changes. Your focus shifts away from chasing profits, away from the outcome, and it locks onto one single objective: flawless execution of your process. And this is the fundamental difference between the amateur and the professional. The amateur is in the market for a dopamine hit. They're hunting for excitement. They need the thrill of being right. The professional operator, they couldn't care less about being right on any single trade. They are detached, they are objective, and they are singularly focused on one thing: executing their process. They operate like a casino, knowing their edge will always play out over time. And this brings us to the great paradox of trading. You will actually make far more money when your goal is to make less on any given trade. It sounds crazy, I know. But when you size down to a level where the emotion is completely removed from the equation, your decision-making becomes cleaner, your execution becomes sharper, and your results will far exceed anything you could ever achieve by swinging for the fences. So it all comes down to this one simple truth: your results cannot change until you change. The market is just a mirror. It's reflecting who you are as an operator back to you. Your P&L. It's just a direct printout of your internal state. To change your results, you have to change the operator. The outcome is just a byproduct of that internal mastery. So the question is simple. Are you ready to finally stop this cycle of emotional gambling and install the discipline of a professional operator? If you've made it this far, you're not just curious, you're serious. And that's exactly who Stoa was built for. Here's the deal. We don't accept everyone. We run on an application-only system, because we only work with people who are ready to operate at the next level. So if you want to stop wasting hours chasing noise and instead run a proven, documented process that gets results in less than 90 minutes a day, apply now. There are limited seats, and once they're filled, they're gone for the quarter. Click the link in the description, fill out the short application, and let's see if you're a fit. If you're watching this, my guess is you already know you should.